and welcome to Half-Life Uplink. Today I thought we'd try. I haven't played Half-Life Uplink for... God, I think it came out back in '99 after Half-Life, and it's the first experience I ever had with the game. And it's basically just a demo that came in like PC Gamer magazine back in the day. And it was the first time I'd ever heard or played of Half-Life. And at the time, it completely blew my mind. It was like a completely new genre of game. But anyway, let's jump into it.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
Alright, let's get straight into it then. Oh. So yeah, the first time I ever played Half-Life was this demo. I'd never played it before. And this, when we were kids, absolutely blew our minds.
Open up the reactor complex so we can get down to safety.
I'm sorry, but those doors will not open until we send the all clear.
So send it already.
I would love to do that, but the aerial bombardment has made a wreck of my transmitter. The cables are severed. We'd have to aim it by hand, and I'm getting high radiation levels in the transmitter dome. Nobody but a fool would go in there.
What about this guy?
Yes, you could survive in that suit of yours. Very well. I will lower security on the satellite access elevator, and you can go up into the dome. I'll try to help you over the intercom.
Right, I'll do it all then. Yeah, this is a blast from the past, to tell you. I haven't played this. Well, I even remember a friend of mine telling me in school when I went in on the day, he said, I got this demo and it is absolutely amazing. You need to come over and play it.
I'll stay here and guard this area.
I wonder if how much of this I remember. But yeah, this is taking me right back to the end of the 90s. Although just reading up on it now, before I started, I didn't realise it came out after Half-Life. I thought it came out before. Because we'd never played or heard of Half-Life at the time. But we'd seen it in magazines about, you know... Oh, there's our trusty crowbar. But we never really thought much, you know... We just thought it was another first-person shooter. Like, we would have played it, but I didn't really see the impact it would have had at the time. Yeah, take that. Yeah, the impact this demo had. We knew, as soon as we played this, we knew things had changed. I remember hearing a story from one of the boys in work. And
I got this old sidearm on.
I am glad you got that old sidearm. As I was saying, one of the boys in work was telling me the first time he saw Doom, because he was in college when it came out. And he said he didn't believe what he was looking at. And we were the same with this. Because I was, God, what would it have been? 99. So I would have been just before I turned 14. God, I remember all of this. Oh, that I didn't remember. Didn't remember that either.
Got one.
Oh, it's the first time we ever saw the soldiers as well. We were like, what, they talk to each other? Like, we thought the AI was just crazy. Wow. Yeah, hearing them talk to each other was wild back in the 90s. Yeah, I should have done the hazard course thinking ahead. Because that was in the demo as well. But when I might do a full playthrough of Half-Life actually, so I'll probably include the hazard course there. Oh. Well, I remember this demo. We got to go and adjust a satellite. I remember being a cool sequence when you do it. Oh. Yeah, we used to play this demo until one of us had the full game. We used to play this demo for weeks. Well, I'm dead again. Oh, I didn't save. So I'm playing terrible, but I'm just looking at everything. I'm just blown away by the way it all looks. Right, I missed his ladder earlier. Too busy thinking about what I'm saying and playing the game. Yeah. Christ, this feels harder than the base game. There we go. Can I make this jump? No. Yeah, mounted turrets. We didn't see much of those before around this time. After this time. Yeah. I don't know if it is, but I want to say this is the first game I can remember having to actively reload in. Whoa. Because the only game I ever saw an active reload, I say active reload animation in at the time was we had Duke Nukem, where when you fire the pistol, it would reload the clip every sort of 12 shots. And I think obviously Doom had it with the shotguns now, but that was all just part of the firing animation. But we actively tap a reload button. I know it sounds a bit stupid now. But yeah, back in the day, this was to us, this was hyper realistic. Oh, med kits, good. Because I am playing horrendously. Ah, shotgun.
This is a shotgun, so.
But yeah, I was saying before, I remember a friend of mine told me about this demo in school, and we all went over to his house to play it. And we used to take turns. I should have waited for him to go up and press the button then.
Wait a minute, and I'll let you in.
Yeah, we all used to take a turn playing through it and just try and see if we could find anything different. I played this demo so many times. Once we had the full game, I never went, because obviously it was on the demo disc, I never went back to it. Let's get a bet. Yeah, I never went back to it. 29 years. It's crazy to see it. When the anniversary edition, when they did the 25th anniversary of Half-Life, I did replay it because I hadn't played it for a while. But I hadn't I didn't try this. I don't know why. I'm quite glad I didn't, because now I can...
You'll want to work quickly. Tune the transmitter to the USNRC. I repeat, tune to the USNRC.
I know. So as I was saying, I didn't play this when the 25th anniversary came out. So it was nice. Now I get a nice blind playthrough of it. Or nostalgically blind playthrough.
I'm sending the all clear and the doors should open now. We'll meet you down below.
Oh yeah, and this. They come down on like zip lines. We were like, what the fuck? We were like, Christ, is this real? You know what I mean? We couldn't get over it. I just save just because I die. I've already had one setback. Yeah, and this thing of them cutting the door open. All of this blew our minds. Threw out too early. Threw out too early. Come on. These explosions are much worse than I remember. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, that's why. See, regular Half-Life, I can just play without thinking about it.
Well, seriously wounded. I don't think I can last much longer.
Stop! Yeah, regular Half-Life I can play and not think about it. This, I'm just walking into all kinds of obvious traps. Teaches you the barnacle's dangerous. There's another one. Wow, how many head crabs are there? Is there anything over here? Yeah, this is like playing a brand new campaign, even though I've played it before. It's just crazy to see, like. This is the first time we ever saw the Vortigons then. Didn't even know what they were called at the time. Where are we going? Are we going up here? Well, if I remember this demo, it ends with a gargantua.
Our luck has to change sooner or later.
Oh,
Like a cold one right now. What's that stench? Let's get the hell out of here.
yep, come with me, mate. Should have taken you with me earlier. Oh, you just stay there, it's fine. Let's get some health from the vending machine. Come on, Barney, let's save it.
That'll look nice in my trophy.
Freeman, who would have thought you'd still be alive?
Me. I did die twice, mate. Whoa, what are you doing? You're right, you stimming. He's having a stim out moment, look.
Hey, Gordon. It's worse than this,
Are you good, mate?
You have any idea what's going on?
No, you're not going to do anything. Right, let's go this way then.
Is someone there? I can't see his face.
I'll get that off your face. Guess he did make it. Well, I forgot about this room as well. Yeah, it's like cabinets and stuff falling over to block your way. We were like, wow. I think the other thing that impressed us was earlier there was a scene where there was a zombie carrying two bodies. Things like that we'd never seen. Yeah, you can see why games changed after this. We were like, oh, what the hell's that? Do we have to kill it? I'm stuck now. Hang on. There we go. Shotgun's not good at range. Yeah, we used to spend ages then trying to kill this thing. Not knowing you couldn't kill it unless you had rocket launchers or... So we used to try and take turns trying to see if we could actually kill it before it got to us. Obviously you can't. We'd be trying to get out there and see if there was a sneaky way out, like a different ending to the demo. And then that was it then, it was Half-Life Uplink. Yeah, absolutely blew our minds. Can't understate how important it was. Like I said that's the first time I've seen or played that since I was 13, 14. And that's taken me right back in time now. It's one of those things where once I saw it and started playing it, it was like I went back to like 99, you know what I mean? And I just remember being around that time and playing games. I mean, we were playing things like, we were playing Duke Nukem and Quake. And obviously this came along and changed everything, but it just reminded me of, well, around 99, that would have been around the time I was getting into like music properly. You know, I was listening to a lot of, well, I'm a millennial, so I was listening to a lot of new metal, you know what I mean? Things like Linkin Park, Papa Roach, you know, Limp Bizkit, all those kind of bands. Slipknot, I think, had just come out, or their debut album was about to come out. But I'm just thinking generally of sort of 99, 2000, Tony Hawk's. I still play, to this day, I still play Tony Hawk's, and to this day, I still play Half-Life. But yeah, I mean, thinking about my friends as well, we all used to play this demo all the time, and then when we had the full Half-Life, one of us managed to buy it, and the rest of us would install it on our PCs, and you could just put like a dash no CD line on the desktop shortcut. So we all could play Half-Life then without having to have the disc. We never had the music then, but you know, we didn't care when we were kids. You know, and I remember when the expansions came out and we had like the box set, when they always came with Counter-Strike, and we all used to play Counter-Strike together on the old GameSpy. I think it was on GameSpy servers, or it might have been the servers built into the game. But yeah, I can remember the whole sort of that 1999s where, I don't know, gaming, just music, everything for me changed in 99. Not just obviously because of Half-Life, but my music taste started to become a thing. You know, I was listening, like I said, to a lot of new metal and Manson and Maiden, Metallica, because I was 13, so that's when I started to find my own identity then. And then I'd be, I just spend a lot of nights and playing the PC, because we just moved house not long before that, and we'd had our first PC, and I used to sit in the we had like a front room, and I'd sit in that room, and I'd have because we had a TV in there, I'd have the TV on, and I'd be playing a game, but I'd have the TV on watching it. It's probably the equivalent of what people do now, where we all have two monitors, so some people play a game and they have like YouTube on the other one, or a podcast or whatever. But when I was a kid, I'd be sitting there on the PC playing games, and I'd be watching, what did I used to watch? Before Comedy Central was Comedy Central, it was the Paramount channel, and I used to switch on about 7 o'clock in the night, because Nickelodeon would finish at 7, and then Paramount would switch on. I'd sit there playing Tomb Raider, Doom, Half-Life, whatever, and I'd just have the TV on. It would have like reruns of things like Roseanne, Cheers, Frasier, loads of old sitcoms like Seinfeld and Caroline in the City. And I just have it on all the time, and it's quite, even now when I'll sometimes rewatch those because it's comforting to watch. It just reminds me, like this just reminded me of that period in my life where even though I wasn't happy in school, you know, I was a nerd. Back when I was in school, if you played video games, you were a loser, like, even though everyone played FIFA, you know, but we were always, because we used to play PC games, we were always the losers, like, you know. But apart from outside of school, I just remember sitting there and a lot of happy memories playing Half-Life and everything that came after it. You know, I played Unreal. I never finished it when I was a kid. I have finished it now. I remember playing Kingpin, Life of Crime. I used to play that a lot because that's a game where you could just press a button and tell people to fuck off. You know, why wouldn't I enjoy that? I even remember the millennium when the clocks ticked over to 2000, because I was such an introverted nerd. I was just sitting there playing games. I can specifically remember playing the Daikatana demo when the year 2000 ticked over, because my parents were like, oh, see, everyone could hear them all party poppers and shouting or whatever, and they were like, yeah, New Year. I'm just sitting there playing Daikatana. Well, the demo, I've never played the full game. I might play the full game at some point, but that's future video. Blind playthrough Daikatana. But no, it kind of made me miss my friends. I haven't seen them for 10 years. I used to, when we grew up, we kept seeing each other all the time. We used to go out all the time. But I don't know, about 10 years ago, I was getting divorced and I just kind of cut myself off. And since then, I've got other friends now, but my school friends, you know, I spent nearly 30 years with those people. And I haven't seen them for 10 years. You know, they've moved on with their lives. They probably all still see each other. I just cut myself off for no reason. I didn't do anything. I was just not in the right headspace at the time, and I just, you know, life moved on and everything moves on. You know, seeing school friends 30 years is quite impressive, to be honest. But no, this took me right back. Honestly, I had some kind of melancholic nostalgia rant there. But yeah, if anyone watches this and gets this far in the video, just chuck in a comment, what game did you play that you vividly have memories of as a kid? Different generations, there'll be different games. For me, there's things like Half-Life and Kingpin and God, what else did we play back then? Obviously Duke Nukem 3D. Yeah, there was just loads of anything in the late 90s. I used to play demos a lot, like Sin. And I've got a lot of good memories of when I had Half-Life. We used to buy PC Gamer magazine because it always came with demo discs, but not just because of that. And Half-Life was big. You know, we had dial-up. Some of us, if we were lucky, we had dial-up internet because the internet still wasn't common at the time. And we'd have mods on them. So it was the first time I played The Hunger, USS Darkstar, and there was always like free user-made campaigns on the demo discs. Like I vividly remember playing one where at the end of Half-Life, where you get the job offer, you take it or not. If you take the job offer, it was like a kind of mission where you went to like the moon or something, and there was like an army base on there, and you had to stop them from firing a rocket. I can't remember what it was called. It was like a user-made map. Probably took like half hour to finish it, but yeah, I just remember sitting there and yeah, just that whole late 90s aesthetic in my head. As I'm sitting, you know, there's loads of things popping in my head, like when I'm sitting there playing these mods and Pete's going through the demo discs and seeing what's on them and having the TV on. It'd be like if it was earlier in the day, say I'd have MTV on, or we had like a channel where it was all teen programs, which had like Saved by the Bell, USA High, California Dreams, all that shit. That 70s show had just started in that sort of era, so I used to have that on a lot. And I remember watching, as I got into my edgy teens, and I can remember watching things like Daria, Beavis and Butthead, and and then Buffy the Vampire Slayer is an obvious one for my age. But yeah, and just playing this just took me right back to that period in my life, my formative years. I call it 27 years ago. But yeah, as I was saying, if anyone's made it this far and there's a game, a film, a song, whatever, that just takes you right back to your sort of early to mid-teens, that period in your life where you're growing up and finding things out and working out who you are as a person, chuck it in the comments. For me, it's Half-Life. It just keeps taking me back to that point. And not just Half-Life, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is another one, because the music in that helped me find my music taste. And Delta Force helped me find my music taste, because as stupid as it sounds, that game, all the cheat codes were Iron Maiden songs. Napster was a thing. And as much as the music industry hated Napster, that's how we heard Maiden and Metallica for the first time and went out and bought their CDs. So, in hindsight, it did work out for them, because I bought loads of them since. But yeah, just chuck in a comment whatever takes you back. If, like I said, if it's Half-Life, if Doom, could be Pac-Man, depending on how old you are watching this. And if you're young, it could even be something like Fortnite, you know what I mean? But everyone has a different game. But that's my little, 10-minute nostalgia rant over, I suppose. I gotta go edit this and listen to myself fucking rant now, and probably put some B-roll in it, which is gonna take me fucking ages. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna do a full playthrough of Half-Life next and all the expansions, and probably Half-Life 2 after that, and I might even start doing Half-Life mods as well in between my I do horror videos in between and other retro shooters, and I still gotta finish Hexen, so Hexen expansions. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.
I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. Someone should write a song about that.